No boundaries, limitations.
A very pleasant evening to you. It is just about 7 o'clock. We thank you so much for keeping it locked right here on this station. My name is Leon Nash to have you on board this evening. And we're welcoming you now to the Tuesday evening news report and weather and so much that we have in store for you on an evening like this. So stay with me right here. We're going to the news right now. A very pleasant evening to you and welcome now to the news right here on NRP Radio. The news this evening comes to you courtesy of Glass.
Hepburn's Glass Supplies is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 908-0962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com. Hepburn's Glass. Quality service is our priority.
Good evening and welcome to the news right here on NRP Radio. My name is Leon Nash and we want to welcome those of you who are listening on YouTube, Facebook Live and on the radio platform. 25 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force received the Medal of Honor for meritorious service, while 3 district constables received awards for long and faithful service at the National Honors and Awards ceremony held at King's House on National Heroes Day that was yesterday. Upon the conclusion of the ceremony, Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson addressing the honorees. The body is very deserving of this, so congratulations. Among the honorees is Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, head of the JCF Corporate Communications Unit. She expressed her gratitude for receiving the award. And according to her, it's a sense of gratitude, and she is very elated having served for 33 years. She thinks this is really a reward for her years of excellence and quality service to the Constabulary Force and, by extension, the Jamaican people. Another one of the awardees was the Deputy Superintendent of Police Andrew Edwards, who has been serving in the force for 37 years. For him, it was a great moment to share with his well-wishers. He says that he's highly elated to be the awardees and all the officials and friends who were at the function. He said that it is really a memorable moment and he thinks that he does not take it for granted. It is something that he will cherish for the years, for rest of the journey in the JCF. Also nearing 4 decades of service to the people of Jamaica were 3 district constables. They received the badges of honor for long and faithful service. One of them, Donovan Edwards, or that should be Donovan Evans, who has served the St. Catherine North Division for 37 years. He expresses gratitude also for the award. The trio of district constables is completed by Woman District Constable Paulette Ellison, who has served for 36 years, and District Constable Hubert Telfer, whose record of service spans 37 years. The Jamaica Constabulary Force extends heartiest congratulations to the honorees for the recognition bestowed upon them for their unwavering commitment in serving the people of Jamaica. Thieves broke into the Spanish Town post office in St. Catherine. The discovery was made only this morning when personnel turned up for work. The building has been closed as investigators from the Spanish Town police probe the incident. It is yet to be ascertained if anything was stolen. The incident has left many of the users of the post office disappointed, some of whom complained of the setback as that was their sole location for doing much of their businesses. West Kingston Police have listed several individuals as persons of interest as they are conducting investigations into a number of major crimes, including murders and shooting in and around the communities within the West Kingston. We've got more in this report coming to us from Kim Ashley.
The following persons are asked to report immediately to the Denham Town Criminal Investigation Branch CIB. They are Neil Williams, otherwise called Killer, Carrion Moore, otherwise called Reds, Speckles, and Redo, a male known as Papa, a male known only as Shortman, Wayne Gale, otherwise called Bobo or Beggs, Trickey, otherwise called Hittist, a man known only as Buddy. The West Kingston Police are reassuring the public that all information shared will be handled with confidentiality. Anyone with information can make an anonymous report to Crime Stop at 311 or NIB tip line at 811 or call the nearest police station.
That was Kim Ashley with that report. Meanwhile, a curfew has been imposed in sections of Arnett Gardens, Top Jungle, Hopeful Village, and sections of Torrington Park in the Kingston West Police Division, and this has been extended for another 48 hours. The curfew began at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, October 17th. That's today, in effect until 8 p.m. on Thursday, October 19th. The boundaries of the curfew are north along an imaginary line from the roundabout, the vicinity the tank to the Studio One Boulevard, vicinity of Ellis Duhaney and Company Limited. East along Slipe Pen Road from Ellis Duhaney and Company Limited to the Torrington Bridge. South along an imaginary line from the Torrington Bridge to the intersection of 8th Street and Collie Smith Drive. West along Collie Smith Drive from the intersection of 8th Street and Collie Smith Drive to the roundabout at the vicinity of the tank. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within the boundaries are required to remain within the premises for 48 hours, unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. And now in sports and football, having safely navigated their way successfully through the qualifying phase of the 2023 CONCACAF Nations League, the Himmer Hal Grimson's coached Reggae Boys will now turn their attention to the competition after topping League A Group B with 10 points over Honduras, who finished second with 7 points. The Reggae Boys played 4 games and won 3. The other game ended in a draw. Jamaica will face either Costa Rica or Canada in their next round. Meron Gordon, assistant coach of the Reggae Boys, speaking after the 3-2 win over Haiti on Sunday, said that it was mission accomplished for the team as their plans heading into the last 2 fixtures were to collect the maximum points on offer. And on Netball Jamaica has announced a 10-member team that will represent the country at the upcoming Fast 5 tournament scheduled for November 11 to 12 in the Christchurch, New Zealand. That should be Christchurch, New Zealand. The Sunshine Girls have been runners-up at the tournament on 3 occasions, 2009, 2017, and 2018, and third on 2 occasions, 2010 and 2013. According to coach Sean Murdoch, the tournament is expected to be challenging, especially with Jamaica's young squad. The team will be led by Romelda Aking George, with Adine Thomas as a vice captain. The duo will be accompanied by Gazelle Allison, Teresa Beckford, Amanda Pickney, Crystal Plummer, Kimon Shaw, Abigail Sutherland, Abigail Linton, and England-born Rhea Dixon. According to Murdoch, only 3 players in this current setup participated in the Netball Cup earlier this year in Cape Town, South Africa, where the Sunshine Girls finished 3rd. And with that, we've come to the end of news. We're going to be taking now overseas the Voice of America. And the Voice of America has the latest on the international scene. As you know, what's taking place in Israel, as well as what's taking place with the House of Representatives in the US of A. Let's now go to the report from the Voice of America, and they are our international team that supplies us with news from the international scene, whether it be in the Caribbean, whether it be in Asia, or wherever it is across the world. So let's now take that latest news from the VOA. All right, having one little bit of difficulty there, so we're going to try our best to bring that up one more time, and as soon as it's populated, here we go.
This is VOA News. I'm Joe Ramsey. Israeli military spokesman Daniel Hagari said on Wednesday a failed Islamic Jihad rocket launch caused the bombing of a hospital, killing 500 Palestinians in the blast at a Gaza City hospital on Tuesday.
That an analysis of the IDF operational indicates that a barrage of rockets was fired by terrorists in Gaza, passing in close proximity to the El Hali Al Maadi hospital in Gaza at the time it was hit.
Health authorities in the Hamas-ruled Gaza Strip said that an Israeli strike caused the blast. As Israel appears to be preparing for an invasion of the Gaza Strip, militant political group Hamas has said that would provoke entry into the war, a promise that would inevitably drag Lebanon into a costly and complicated war. Jacob Russell has this report from Beirut.
Hezbollah appears to have little interest in assuaging the concerns of other Lebanese. Speaking anonymously, a senior commander recently told VOA News that the party has units in Beirut at full readiness to defend its supporters from other Lebanese factions. He said, quote, "If necessary, we can take over this country in 24 hours. Lebanon is still reeling from a profound socio-economic crisis and could ill afford to rebuild after a war. Internally, the long-term consequences of war would depend heavily on Hezbollah's ability to secure funding for reconstruction." Jacob Russell for VOA News, Beirut, Lebanon.
Egyptian aid trucks moved closer on Tuesday to the only crossing into Gaza not controlled by Israel, but without an agreement in place to deliver relief, and with the Palestinian side closed, it's unclear when it might get through. This is VOA News. Police in Belgium have killed a man suspected of being an extremist who opened fire on soccer fans in Brussels on Monday. AP correspondent Jennifer King reports.
Belgian officials say a man sought in a Brussels shooting that killed 2 Swedish soccer fans and severely wounded another was shot dead by police as they tried to arrest him in a neighborhood not far from Monday's incident. The gun he used has been recovered. Belgium's Prime Minister Alexander De Croo said he's extended condolences to the family through Sweden's Prime Minister. Officials say the man is a 45-year-old Tunisian who was due for a hearing to person in an asylum center. He posted a video laying claim to killing 3 Swedish people and said the Quran is a red line for which he was ready to sacrifice himself. I'm Jennifer King.
Combative right-wing Republican Jim Jordan fell short on Tuesday in a vote to serve as Speaker of the U.S. Representatives, but more votes were expected to follow that could down his opponents. The lawmaker and ardent ally of former President Trump won 200 votes short of the 217 needed to win the job, as 20 of his fellow Republicans voted against him. All 212 Democrats voted for their leader, Hakeem Jeffries. Republicans who controlled the chamber nominated Jordan as a replacement for Kevin McCarthy, who was ousted as Speaker by a small group of his fellow Republicans on October 3rd. Former U.S. President Donald Trump is back at his civil trial for week 3, continuing to insist the lawsuit and all the criminal cases are witch hunts against him and the presidential re-election campaign. AP correspondent Julie Walker reports.
More Trump Organization executives testified about the company's property valuations as Trump bragged about them to reporters.
Some of the greatest real estate assets anywhere in the world.
The state attorney general is suing Trump and his company for inflating those values to secure loans.
This is a witch hunt by a radical lunatic attorney general.
And says there were disclaimers on the financial statements.
It says don't rely on these financial statements. Do your due diligence.
Letitia James was in court but did not comment. Julie Walker, New York.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Tuesday that Ukraine's armed forces had used U.S.-supplied Army tactical missile system long-range missiles for the first time. He shared the news in an evening address posted on social media without giving details of when or where they were used. The United States had not previously said publicly it had delivered the missile systems to Kyiv. ATACMS have a maximum range of around 300 kilometers. Earlier Tuesday, Ukraine said it hit airfields in the Russian-occupied south and east of the country overnight. I'm Joe Ramsey, VOA.
Thank you so much for listening there to the latest from the voice on the international scene, giving you their news from the wider perspective that we would not be able to bring to you in that kind of patch. We thank you so much, VOA, for that news. Now, we're heading to weather right here on NRP Radio. Stand by now for that. Coming up with Kim Ashley in just a matter of minutes. So you've missed the news. We will go back with the headlines in just a moment for you. But stay with us right here on this station as we continue to broadcast 24 hours per day, 365 days per year. Now it's time for us to listen to the weather report from Kim Ashley.
This is NRP Radio. It's now time for your weather report and forecast.
Hello, NRP listener. A pleasant new. I am Kimberly Ashley with the latest weather report and forecast on NRP Radio. There is a prefrontal trough across Jamaica. The frontal trough is being induced by a stationary front west of the island. As the frontal sits, a trough will linger mainly across the Western Caribbean into the weekend. Now for our 24-hour forecast. Tonight will be partly cloudy. Tomorrow morning, there will be possible showers across sections of northern parishes, otherwise it will be partly cloudy. Tomorrow afternoon will be cloudy with showers and isolated thunderstorms, mainly across central and western parishes. Now for our 3-day forecast. After tomorrow, that is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. On Thursday, it will be partly cloudy in the morning with isolated showers across north, central, and eastern parishes. Afternoon showers and isolated thunderstorms across central and western parishes is to be expected. On Friday, it will be partly cloudy with afternoon to evening showers across central parishes and thunderstorms mainly across northern parishes. On Saturday, it will be partly cloudy in the morning with isolated showers mainly across sections of western parishes. Afternoon and showers and thunderstorms will be found across most parishes. In other current regional weather features, a broad area of low pressure across the central tropical Atlantic has a high chance of tropical cyclone development within the next 2 days. The preceding was the latest weather report and forecast supplied by the National Meteorological Service and brought to you by the National Religious Partnership Media and Radio. We're 24 hours per day on the platform of nrpmediaja.com. Join us at 5 a.m. tomorrow for another weather update from the Met Service.
This is NRP Radio. You just listened to the NRP weather report and forecast.
Before we get out of here, just to remind you that in our news this evening, we brought to you the information that 25 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force received Medal of Honor for meritorious service, while 3 district constables received awards for long and faithful service at the National Honors and Awards ceremony held at King's House on National Heroes Day. Also in the news this evening, the thieves broke into the Spanish Town Post Office in St. Catherine and causing a lot of disappointment among the users' facility. West Kingston Police have listed several individuals as persons of interest, and a curfew has been imposed in sections of Arnott Gardens, Top Jungle, Hopeful Village, and sections of Torrington Park in the Kingston West Police Division. And this has been to another 48 hours. In sports, navigated their way successfully through the qualifying phase of the 2023 CONCACAF National League. The Himmer, that should be the Himmer Hall Grimson coach Reggae Boys will now turn their attention to their quarterfinals of the competition after topping League A, Group B with 10 points over Honduras, who finished second with 7 points. The news this evening came to you courtesy of Hepburn's Glass. They are located in Kingston, Jamaica. Let's hear from them one more time.
Hepburn's Glass Supplies is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses, as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors, and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters, and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none, with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 908-0962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com. Hepburn's Glass. Quality service is our priority.
Remember now that if you have missed the newscast that we presented this evening, you can always go back on YouTube at NRP Media JA, Facebook at LEAON Nash, LEAON Nash on Facebook Live, NRP Media JA on YouTube, as well as you can to our station here. We should be having another newscast come tomorrow and in the days ahead. Keep it locked right here. We've got the JIS feature coming up, the 30 minutes package of JIS news coming up at 7:30 right here on NRPMediaJA.com. My name is Leon. Your time and continue to listen to NRPMediaJA.com. Remember, tomorrow morning at 5:30 we do have the NRP devotional with Bishop Valbo Dawkins coming your way. And then at 9 o'clock, we have got the program with Minister Gaston Williams. That's the Amplified Word coming up at 9 o'clock. Each day, we do have something interesting for you. And so we look forward to your company joining us here on the platform. Radio platform is NRPMediaJA.com. That's NRPMediaJA.com. YouTube, NRP Media JA. Facebook, NRP Media JA or LEAON Nash. You can log on to any of those platforms and continue to follow us. But we would love to have you on our radio platform regularly, 24 hours per day, 365 days per year. This has been the news package. Have for yourselves a very, very good evening. Let me pause to say hi and hello to those persons who joined us this evening. We've got Sherton DaCosta. Sherton DaCosta, where in the world are you this evening? We appreciate your company. And the others of you who will watch after, those of you who are watching right now are not saying, love to hear from you. Just drop something in the chat. I'll be getting out of here in 6 minutes, right? But we want to definitely hear from you. And thank you so much for joining us here on the platform. We've given you all the information that you require, that you can always have to come back another time right here. Our weather reports are on the hour, on the half an hour, right? So if one is coming up at, I think, 8 o'clock, and then you're going to be having one at around 9 o'clock tonight. So on top of the hour, you'll have those coming in. And in the mornings, we do start off somewhere at around after 6, then we go to around 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, and we continue like that throughout the course of the day. We ask that you continue to keep it locked right here. We're trying to do some improvements. We're trying to put in some things that you can continue to stay with us on nrpmediaja.com. And one other thing I'd like to ask that you do for us is to encourage your friends to go to our YouTube page and subscribe to our channel, NRP Media JA. NRP Media JA. N as in now, R as in radio, P as in Paul. NRP, and that stands for National Religious Partnership, right? NRP Radio, NRP Media JA. That's what you're to type into the YouTube and get to our site. And please subscribe and encourage your friends to also do the same as we try to push the numbers up and to continue to improve on this radio facility that is online. We do not intend, right, in the rear, where we intend to move forward and move up closer to the end, right? But with your help, we can do all of that. We thank you so much. Keep it locked on this station. Let's give you a little bit more of some business.
Radio listener, brothers and sisters, join Pastor Billy Powell and the True Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic Cheapside, Manchester, right here on NRP Radio for the Transformed by His Power broadcast. It happens every Sunday night at 10 o'clock. Come on in and be blessed. Be ye transformed by His power. Come in and worship the Lord with us in Jesus' name.
I have decided to follow Jesus.
It's new. It's The Upper Room at 8 p.m. The newest and most riveting and engaging discussion program on biblical matters. Once again, right here on nrpmediaja.com every Sundays, 8 to 10 p.m. It's all about things you know, things you thought you know, and things you're not truly sure about. nrpmediaja.com, reaching you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations.
Hi, I'm Genevieve.
And we are the Christ Praises. You're listening to NRP Media and Radio, reaching you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations.
All right, it's now 28 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to be logging off of the Facebook Live and the YouTube channels. We're inviting you to go over to the radio platform, nrpmediaja.com, nrpa.com. Sister Suzette Bogle, thank you so much for coming on and watching me. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right, we keep on doing this so that, we can navigate and touch base with those of you who are on a regular basis. So once again, may I invite you to go over to our radio platform now, nrpmediaja.com. Type in NRP Radio into the Google platform, and it will take you straight to our radio platform. You click on that play button, and you'll be right to go through our website, then search for NRP Radio, and you'll be able to listen. All right, that's it for me for this evening. It's the 17th day of today's your birthday. I hope and trust that you had a great one. Continue to enjoy the rest of the evening as we hand you back now to Master Control. The JIS program comes up next right here on this station.
Oh.